Imagine if you could redesign your own mind. Not with technology, not with artificial intelligence, but by deliberately training your brain to see connections that nobody else could see. That's exactly what Leonardo da Vinci did. The world remembers him as the painter of the Mona Lisa. But behind the masterpieces was something even more extraordinary. Leonardo built a mental operating system that allowed him to visualize invisible forces, connect unrelated fields, and solve problems that seemed impossible. Today, we're breaking down the exact thinking framework that transformed an ordinary human brain into one of history's greatest engines of creativity. Most people think Leonardo was born a genius, but his notebooks tell a different story. He wasn't collecting knowledge, he was building connections. While artists studied painting, scientists studied anatomy, and engineers studied machines. Leonardo studied all three simultaneously. When he dissected human muscles, he wasn't just learning anatomy, he was discovering mechanical systems. When he designed flying machines, he wasn't just studying engineering, he was observing birds. Every field became fuel for another. This process created what modern researchers call cross-disciplinary thinking, the ability to transfer insights from one domain into another. Leonardo turned curiosity into a network, and every new connection made his thinking more powerful. What truly separated Leonardo from everyone else was his ability to see what wasn't visible: gravity, momentum, friction, airflow, light. Instead of memorizing facts, he mentally simulated how forces interacted. Before drawing a machine, he would imagine every moving component. Before painting a face, he visualized the underlying muscles and bones. Before studying water, he imagined how currents would flow around obstacles. His mind became a laboratory, a place where ideas could be tested before they ever touched paper. This is what some historians describe as Leonardo's mind mirror, an internal workspace where reality could be reconstructed, modified, and explored. While others observed the world, Leonardo rehearsed it inside his head, and that's why he could predict outcomes others never saw coming. Leonardo also understood something that most people overlook. Light reveals structure, shadow reveals depth. He became obsessed with how light traveled through space, how it bounced off surfaces, how it changed shape, how it exposed the hidden geometry of objects. This wasn't just artistic training, it was cognitive training. By studying light and shadow, Leonardo learned to think in 3 dimensions. He could rotate objects mentally, examine them from different perspectives, and understand how they behaved in space before physically creating them. In essence, he was building a mental simulation engine, a skill that remains essential for inventors, engineers, designers, and problem solvers today. The most powerful lesson from Leonardo isn't painting, it's mental reconstruction. Here's how to practice it. First, study multiple disciplines instead of staying inside one field. Second, whenever you learn something new, ask, where else does this pattern appear? Third, before solving a problem on paper, simulate it in your mind. Visualize every step, every force, every consequence. And finally, train yourself to see relationships rather than isolated facts. Because intelligence isn't about how much information you store, it's about how many connections you can create. Leonardo understood this centuries ago, and that's why his ideas continue to influence the world today. Leonardo da Vinci didn't become extraordinary because he knew more than everyone else. He became extraordinary because he trained himself to think differently, to connect, to visualize, to reconstruct reality inside his mind before changing it in the real world. If you enjoyed this breakdown of history's greatest minds, subscribe for more videos on psychology, productivity, genius thinking systems, and the hidden mental frameworks that shape civilization. And tell me in the comments, which historical genius should we decode next?